Welcome to the YTBC. Right now we're going to talk about some music, but this is like boxing, the battle of the rappers. Tonight we're going to talk about old MCs and MCs that grew up in our generation, and pretty much we're going to go by how they impact us and who's better, and we give our reasons. Alright? We got Big Umar, 16 up in here, and we got Red Brothers, Crack, aka Out of Control Troll, aka Action Got Action, aka Remote Control Troll. What's up, fellas?
What's good, Dill?
What up, Dill?
Alright, man. So, let's start this off, guys. Alright, to me, a 5'2" rapper is someone, number one, who has presence. Number two, has sick wordplay. Number three, has MC skills to the max, meaning they know how to battle rap. Number four, has song ability, good content. And number five, their impact, meaning they're branded with longevity. Now, name me some rappers who have the 5'2s in your minds.
Well, shit, I say let's go with the Kings, which is Tupac and Biggie. We can start there.
Ooh, nice. Okay, who's the best out of these two, Pac or Biggie, and why?
I'm gonna go with Biggie.
Why?
Because I'm all about lyrics, and his lyrical content was way ahead of his time. And I don't think Tupac can match him in that area.
Really? Name song for song what made you influence Biggie over Pac.
Give me the loot, Machine Gun Funk, Warning, Juicy, Everything Struggle, Me and My Bitch. Big Papa, Respect. I mean, come on now, dog. I'm from BK all day. You already know.
What about the 10 Crack Commandments?
That was a great one too.
What about you, Tro?
Yeah, Biggie was a good artist, man. I like what he did. Personally, between the two, I had to say Tupac.
Okay, bring your argument in, bro.
First of all, Pac died before Biggie did, and he got his start before Biggie did. So his longevity in the game was more prevalent, than Biggie's reign. Pac was always Pac. Pac he didn't have to dance around and be clever with reality, because reality is what it was. So, he took it and he made you feel good to be a black man, as far as relating his black power shit without pushing it on nobody.
Now, as a song content, who you think was the better artist?
Pac by far the better artist out of Biggie. He just got too much versatility as far as songs that could be a threat, or songs that could make you embrace who you were as a person. A Dear Mama, or Brenda's Got a Baby, where he could, really reach out to the youth. Part-time mother, reach out to the youth. Hold your head up, keep your head up, or whatever. He just had a lot of that to make you feel good. He had feel-good music with the reality of it.
Big Umar, could you say Juicy competes with what Tro just said?
No, I can't. What Troll just said, if you're gonna break it down on that level, then yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you because of the longevity. He was been around before, and he got so many songs. I mean, nigga had 4 or 5 albums of new material come out after he passed away. So, nigga was always in the lab writing, so he did have longevity. But like I said, Biggie's got classic songs like Suicide Thoughts, King Cracknation. I mean, come on, man, this is street shit, bro. He's giving you a window into the hood, and you need to walk through it and listen to it. His longevity wasn't as long, but his impact was as great, and he did it in less time.
You think the street niggas feel more, Pac or Biggie?
That depends. That's a 50-50 thing because of the East Coast, West Coast shit. The West Coast is gonna go with Pac. We're gonna go with Big, and then in the middle of the country and the South, they gonna have their little spots. Some people like one, and some people like the other. So I think that's just a 50-50 thing.
Who you think had the better branding between the two?
Wait a minute, I ain't get to answer that last one. What was the last question? Could you repeat that?
Okay, who you think the street niggas felt more between the two, Pac or Biggie?
See, I wouldn't say it was just East Coast, West Coast, a thing like that, because down south come into play, and then we Midwest, so it really didn't matter East or West. Just that don't let the Midwest fool you. We closer to the East than we are to the West on the music tip. But saying that to say this, I think street niggas feel Pac more, because you could put, if you doing something in the street and you got albums, how long is Pac gonna get you through? You can hustle all night, all day, still listening to Pac and ain't heard the same song twice. So that workaholic longevity shit, he was more down to earth and reachable and accessible than Biggie was. He was like Big Papa, I'm the Don, I'm up on here, you know, on this level, and everyone's underneath, even his own clique. You see what I mean? Like Outlaws, he didn't have to, when Pac had the Outlaws in New Jersey, he put them where they needed to be. They wasn't even under no contract. They did that on the love. He cashed them out for the shit they did. You know what I'm saying? So he was putting regular niggas on.
My bad. Can I jump in?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But Biggie put regular niggas on too. He put a lot of niggas on. I mean, all his team is from Bed-Stuy, from the hood, they from D-Tech. Lil C, Lil Kim, all these people, you know what I mean, he brought with him.
That was my thing about the Outlaws. The Outlaw, he didn't come up with them. You feel me?
Oh yeah, I know. They from Jersey. Yeah, I know exactly. We met them. They from the Bricks. They from Brick City North.
It was hot too.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm about to ask this next question between the two artists. Who had the sicker wordplay between the two?
Oh, I mean, that's not even a question. It's Biggie. It's not even close.
Okay.
But not to say that, but before I finish that, not to say that Pac wasn't spitting no shit, because he was. But Pac's shit was just delivered in a different type of way.
It was.
Biggie had double entendres, he had wordplay, he had to flip words.
So let me ask you this, then, Mark. So are you implying that Biggie had more finesse with his lyrics than Pac did?
Yes, I am.
So his flow is like a fast break, while Pac is a half court, very physical, but gets the job done. That's what you're saying, right?
That's a very apt analogy, Bill.
But you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Tro, same question applies to you.
Now, I would say Pac was more lyrical than Biggie, but Biggie had more skills than Pac. That's what I would say, because Pac could paint a picture. I'm listening to straight ballin' all night, all day, and this is the actual factual what's going on. I'm up before the sunrise, first to hit the block, little bad motherfucker with a pocket full of rocks. You see what I'm saying? That was my whole MO, to be the first nigga up and hit that block. And I never met Pac before. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't listen to his song and then go do what Pac said. So it was just, I could feel that nigga because that's what I was doing. So as far as painting a picture and being lyrical as an artist writing songs, Pac was more lyrical because he was a poet, like on some J. Dill shit, what he do. You see what I'm saying? Biggie is, he's more lyrical. I remember some of his, I like the one when him and Pac was on stage and it just stood out what Biggie was about. I know the whole shit. So more lyrical is Pac. More skills and wordplay and knowing, you know, how to just rip that bitch.
Wow. You guys gotta be thinking twice about this. Okay. Now, legacy-wise, I'm talking about not during culture and classes and nothing like that, but legacy-wise, when it comes to music, who you think had the upper hand between the two? Pac or Biggie?
You said legacy?
Yeah, music-wise though.
Oh, Tupac, because his catalog is too strong, man. You got too many songs, like I said. I mean, he had 4 albums and niggas still come out after he passed away, which is fucking amazing. So niggas always in the lab. You got too many songs, you got too many classic songs. Biggie's run wasn't long enough to say that he got a better legacy.
But can I ask you this question, Biggie Mark?
Yeah.
Something for you to consider. Because Biggie had a short portfolio and he still gets compared between Pac. Shouldn't that speak volumes about him compared to Pac?
Like I said, I believe Pac is the better, Biggie is the better MC, and I don't even think it's that close as far as rapping. That's why he introduced that wordplay to the world. Before him, we knew people, because we're rap heads, so we knew people would wordplay like that. We knew where to go and find it. Go to a Red Man, go to a Cool.
What about you, Tro?
I think Biggie was pumped up like Manny Pacquiao was to Floyd Mayweather. I think people use Biggie in the beef to put Biggie on Pac's level just because he was lyrical. It's no way in hell that it's like, okay, even bar for bar or song for song, if they was just Pac and Biggie on stage, Mike and Mike, no music, Biggie would lose for the simple fact that Pac got too many rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't hitting like Biggie, he might hit you hard at first, but he ain't got that endurance like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't, as far as legacy goes, man, Pac is worldwide and Biggie is still national.
I believe Biggie's worldwide. I think,
you know, like you look at things like Coachella, you know, they could have did Biggie. Biggie got some hits, but as far as that, man, just Pac got just too much grass. He was the black Jesus. He was the black Michael Jackson. Man, come on, man, getting shot, and he was too big, man. He was phenomenal. He was larger than life, man. As far as Biggie, he was still coming up. You gotta think about it, man. Biggie came out in the first two albums. He was sounding like just like Grand Poobah. He was on some Grand Poobah shit. It took him at least an album and a half to get his swag to the Big Papa shit. From the Biggie Smalls, the little nigga selling dope. You see,
Ready to Die is one of the greatest albums of all time.
Yeah, exactly. And you gotta think. Look at the budget that Biggie had to work with. He has a whole record label in which he's the headline. At that time, this before Pac got on Death Row, we've been fucking with Pac for 6-7 years.
Wasn't he on? Who was you signed to that day before that?
Zena still.
Hey, listen to all them whack ass Pac beats. Pac got some whack ass beats on some of that shit, cause he didn't give a fuck. He'd just go in there and get the thought out.
Yeah, he does.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know.
I mean, he was rapping off of Digital Underground at one point. So.
Like, you know, Biggie was well produced in comparison. Not saying Death Row didn't have no shit, but there was more. Death Row was like they'd bring a band in and a guitar. They actually had real instruments in most of their shit.
So, okay, name Pac's best album, name Biggie's best album, and when you do, compare the two and tell me whose is better and why.
Well, Biggie's best album was Ready to Die, obviously. And what you said, say Pac's best album too?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's too much to think about, huh?
It's not even too much to think about, because I'm not a big fan of Pac, so I'm trying to think of what album I like the best. Metro answer first, because I gotta think about that first.
Go ahead.
I got a tie between Me Against the World and the Don Illuminati.
Me Against the World is the better one in my opinion, but...
Nah, Don Illuminati with the seven, what is that, 7 year thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best album. That's the best album. That's the one I was trying to remember into. But my bad, Frank interrupted.
No, go ahead, yeah. Ain't no interruptions.
But
yeah, I think that's his best album. That's all I'm saying.
both of them, Me Against the World and Life After Death, both went diamond. But my thing is, since Be Against the World and Ready to Die, how would you stack them two? With lyrical content, storytelling, organization, and the picture that's painted, the production, and even the little features that's on there. Like, who had the better feel album to you? I'll let Tro start it off.
Alright, well, if I'm comparing it to Biggie, I have to go with the Don Illuminati album. And that's because of the production. It was just better production on Ready to Die than, you know, that past Me Against the World album. So I just even out the playing field that way, man. That was a dog-ass album Biggie had. You see what I'm saying? I can't take nothing. Every shit was banging. He painted a picture. He had fun. couple party joints, man, some real shit, and it was dope. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to say, I still gotta go with Pac, man. I still gotta go with Pac. See, a lot of people forget what Pac was on. All this beef, everybody thought was just bullshit in East Coast, West Coast. Somebody actually set him up and shot him the first time that actually knew Biggie. And up until like last year, in the last 2 years, shit been coming out that somebody Biggie knew had something to do with it getting shot in the first place. So when you listening to all this material and he spilling out his beans and the Jimmy Henchman stories and all the snitches and all that shit, he was like spilling out his whole life on that bitch. I mean, like Ready to Die, it's like Biggie's title was the same because both of them was crucified on them albums. Pac was hanging on the cross and Biggie had the hearse. You see what I'm saying? So both of them was, it was like the end of the rope for both of them. But I felt Pac took it a little bit more personally to leave his mark on that album. You know, I just felt real personal. I could listen to both of them albums top to bottom without skipping a song.
Okay, Ben, you, Mark.
Don't be making some good ass poetry. I agree with you thing. I don't be wanting to agree with him. But I'm agreeing with him on that. But I honestly, I'm gonna go with Ready to Die. Obviously, I'm gonna go with Ready to Die. But I agree with everything Troll said. I don't want to even argue his point. I just think Ready to Die, like you said, man, that's just a classic album. He got one or two party songs, you know, that got him known. And then he got all the street shit, the hood shit, the black shit that niggas don't know about. And he got it all in there for you to hear and learn about and hear about the East Coast. And he put it, you know what I mean, he put it back on the map. And I really like that. I really love that album. That's my favorite album. I mean, come on, man. Suicidal Thoughts is one of the greatest songs of all time. People keep you sleeping on that song. That song is fire right there, man. I don't know too many pop songs that are better than that one song right there. And I give Biggie the edge with that aspect of the conversation.
Okay, my last question between the two is this: who's a better battle rapper between the two?
Okay, I'll go first because I think I know what Ben's answer gonna be. And I'm gonna have to agree with what I think Ben's answer gonna be and say Biggie all day. That's not even a good question because it's ain't no way in fuck Pac was. I mean, unless the battle was how many rhymes you got, Pac wasn't winning. No way, no how.
So let's say the battle was 3 rounds.
No.
Yeah, that's suicide. That's career suicide for Pac.
Yeah.
It would have to be 60 rounds.
Pac got too many gun bars. He say motherfucker a little bit too much. It ain't gonna work. Biggie all day. Biggie, like you gotta look at who started first. So Pac was a little older than, well, his career was older than Biggie's. And back then it was battling was what rhymes you got, what dude's rhymes you got. You know, he'll spit his shit, you spit your shit. And that was the battle because, you know, people was around listening. But now, like Biggie, that era was more personal and it's off the dome and I'm spitting at you and what you got on and whack ass shoes and it was just, you know what I mean? It was just right in your face as far as the battle and that's where the culture went. You know what I mean? So, yeah, hell yeah, Biggie all day on that.
Yeah, I don't have nothing to say. I agree. He said everything that needed to be said.
Sound like a split decision to me, folks.
So I guess we go to the third judge, J. Dill, to decide.
Yeah, what you think, J. Dill?
Okay, as a 5'2" rapper, I have to give Pac more depth than Biggie. I just have to. On finesse, give me Biggie all day. As in sound, they're even. Why? Because Pac spit with passion, but Biggie's voice is timeless. With the work, with the flow. Now, when it comes to album, to me, Pac's best soulful album, because before Pac went to Death Row, he was spitting about life. But when Pac went to Death Row, he spit about death. So, I like Me Against the World just as much as I like Don Illuminati. That's just my opinion, because I'm a soulful dude. So I like shit that has a lot of spirit in it. So I compare that and I compare Biggie's Ready to Die. Biggie's Ready to Die gives me to want to write some shit down. Pac's Me Against the World makes me want to look at the world a different perspective. Know it's like a life guideline. It's like some psychology shit. So one just teaches you about life, and the other one you just listen for skill, content, and just enjoyment. So overall, this and the battle raps, I think Pac would roast Biggie just as bad as Biggie would roast Pac. And I think Pac would win by just talking shit. That's just my opinion. And Pac's voice would carry over Biggie's. And who's the better overall artist? That's subjective. But I would have to say, even though Biggie has less portfolio, and you can still put him up there with Pac, that speaks a lot of volumes to Biggie. So give me Biggie over Pac.
We have a split decision victory for the Notorious B.I.G.
That's what it is.
In a close fight, 7 rounds to 5.
Whew. It was tough, man. It was too technical.
But to be honest, I would probably give it, if that was a real fight and we're gonna take it to the boxing, I'd put it at a draw.
Yeah, they both great.
Yeah, they're both great.
See, the soul of Pac and the soul of Biggie has spoken upon these two. Great sportsmanship, fellas.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
So this is the YTBC. We talk about rap, and it still came out as boxing at the end. So this is the Jake Deal. That's Out of Control Troll, aka Red Brothers Crack, aka Remote Control Troll, Action God Action.
Yeah.
And Ben Umar 16. Check both of these brothers' channels out. And thank you for listening. And Ben Umar, I know you got something to say.
Ben Umar, aka the Boxing Paradise. I say alhamdulillah, and I always say all praise goes to the merciful, the most gracious, Allah. And his last one true messenger, Muhammad, peace be upon him.
And Troll, any last words?
Peace be unto you.
And that's what it is, folks. Truth is truth. Until next time, we are out.